we talk?
Sure.
Play the newscast, would you
Start
please?
the conversation
what is the deal?
at talkabouttobacco.com.
Arrowhead Roofing, Siding, Windows, and Gutters. Call today for a free estimate.
Play the news, please.
From your local news authority. Local, in-depth, community. You're watching Kfdx3 News at 10.
Hello, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Aaron Gonders.
And I'm Carney Porter. A beloved Wichita Falls restaurant with nearly 6 decades of history is facing new challenges, but its family says they're not going anywhere.
Pat's Drive-In continues to serve up more than just food, and Annie Young takes us to the counter to learn more about the rich traditions of this local restaurant.
The bell rings, and just like that, you are stepping into 58 years of history. At Pat's Drive-In, it is not just about what's on the menu. It is about the people and the memories that keep this place going. The restaurant did not start on Scott Street. It first opened off of 4th and Burnett until the city purchased the land, forcing a move that could have ended any small business. Instead, it became a new chapter. Heather Carlisle, a longtime Pat's employee, says that Pat's husband opened this restaurant for her.
We've been here, I think, 36 years now.
What started as a husband's gift is now a family legacy.
Her daughter has been cooking, Cindy Ramos. She's been cooking 50 years here. Her granddaughter, Heather Arietta, is a fry cook back there. She's been here 30 years.
You can taste the history here, from the first bite all the way down to the last sip. And after 5 decades in business, it's safe to say some things just don't go out of style. It is not just a family. It is a team that has been together for years.
Julie and Mary are daytime servers. They've been here, one 40 years, one, I think, 15 years or so.
They know their customers from when the front door opens.
I kind of know who's going to come in, and as soon as they walk in, I can have their drinks ready at the table.
Behind the counter, the family is navigating a difficult reality.
Pat is suffering with dementia. She is 84. She'll be 85 in June. And so it's just getting to her caregivers or her daughter and granddaughter.
With this comes change. Not in the food, not in the tradition, but in the day-to-day.
We are going to have unexpected spur-of-the-moment closures. We are not closing permanently. Come out and support us when we are open. You can always call. The community has been so helpful.
After 58 years, it is the community support that is keeping the doors open and the tradition alive. Annie Young, Kfdx3 News.
Pat's Drive-In is currently open Monday through Friday from 11 until 7, and Carlisle says that if they need to close for any reason, they'll post a sign on the door as well as on their Facebook page.
But big congratulations to them. I know tomorrow they said they're celebrating that 58-year anniversary. It's hard to find a place that stuck around this long. So
I got to get out there and support them a little more.
I know.
You were talking about it too. They got great stuff out there.
We can all make a group trip out there. Well, in other news tonight, a video surfaced of an altercation involving Young County Justice of the Peace of Precinct 1, Judge Jason Hearn, and a teenage boy. That surfaced recently over the weekend.
Yes, it all happened around 1 on Sunday morning at a Whataburger in Graham. A witness says Hearn made inappropriate comments to a group of teenagers before a confrontation with one of them escalating into the parking lot. Witnesses say a physical fight between Hearn and the teenage boy followed. Another footage that can be found on social media shows what some claim was a punch thrown by Hearn and several thrown by the teen.
We reached out to Young County and Judge Hearn, and they were unable to give a statement, but District Judge Coordinator Terry Rhodes gave us a statement on behalf of the district that says the situation is under active investigation, but no further comment is being made at this time.
Crime Stoppers in the WFPD could use your help identifying the people involved in a reported shooting incident.
Police say it happened April 26 at about 2 that afternoon in the 400 block of Juarez. Wichita Falls police responded to reports of gunshots there. The initial caller reported that 4 black males were shooting at one another, with one described as wearing a brown jacket. A second caller advised that 2 black males were seen running into the Washington Village apartment complex, one of whom was carrying a colorful backpack.
Police searched the area but were unable to find any suspects or victims. However, shell casings were discovered at the scene and collected them as evidence. And if you have any information about this, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen. You can remain anonymous, and if your information leads to an arrest and board approval, you could earn a cash reward.
A Wichita County official is organizing a committee to have a new memorial built for the victims of the 1979 tornadoes. Wichita County Commissioner for Precinct 1, Mark Beecham, is forming his committee, and he spoke with Wichita Falls City officials. Right now, a small memorial sits in Wood Memorial Park off Maplewood. After reflecting last month, he made a post on social media of what's at the park and asked if the community could do better. Beecham says if you're interested in being a part of the project or would like to help in another way, you can contact him by phone or email. We'll have that information for you inside this full story over on our website, TexomasHomepage.com.
And there are more ways you can help the Mineral Wells community after last week's tornado ripped through the city. Solid Rock House of God leaders say this effort is about meeting both physical and spiritual needs as families in Mineral Wells begin the long road to recovery. The church is asking the community to come together quickly, gathering essential items like non-perishable food, bottled water, hygiene items, and clothing as well. The plan is to travel there tomorrow morning and stay until Friday, delivering the donations directly to the people affected by the tornado. If you'd like to help, organizers say donations can be dropped off at the church.
All right, let's go ahead now and check in with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling for a look outside. And Michael, I know we were talking about a cold front or a cool front coming in. When can people expect that?
It's coming in here tomorrow afternoon. You're not going to notice it too much tomorrow, but you will notice it here as we get towards the rest of this week. Looking at the satellite radar right now, you just see an increase in cloud cover. That cloud cover plus pretty nice southwest winds overnight tonight will keep us warmer here through the overnight hours. You can see the current temperature right now for 10 o'clock at night is still 76 degrees. 75 for Dallas-Fort Worth, 72 in Oklahoma City, 77 up in Amarillo. Quite a bit warmer than it was this time yesterday, about 7 degrees warmer, and we're not going to cool down too much more here overnight. We'd likely stay in the 70s to high 60s across almost all of Texoma here overnight tonight. Now, we had a chance for a few storms. There were a couple pop-ups in the northern portions of Texoma, but that has come to an end here. Cold front arrives tomorrow. Won't last long, though. We do have 90s still in the forecast. We'll talk all about it coming up here in a few minutes, Aaron.
90s already in May. Guess summer's getting started early. All right, thank you so much, Michael. We'll see you in a little bit. The Community Health Care Center will host a free sports physical clinic this week for student athletes. It's happening on Thursday from 3 to 5 at the clinic on MLK Junior Boulevard, and it's open to all middle school and high school students, including those participating in youth sports leagues, regardless of school district or whether they're a patient at the clinic. Plus, there's free dental screenings. They'll be offered as well. Just bring a completed and signed sports physical form and glasses or contacts if you need them to pass an eye exam. For more on this opportunity to get ahead for the next school year, just head over to TexomasHomepage.com.
Well, don't go anywhere. Michael is back after the break with a look at his full forecast.
And as summer approaches, Texas summer camps are planning to open, but still ahead how the Department of State Health Services has only approved some license applications for a number of camps, and how one camp is fighting back.
Thank you, teachers, for all that you do. Sponsored by Midwestern State University, Region 9, and ER Now.
When emergencies happen, you want help now. You want ER now. You never know when you'll be faced with an emergency. 24/7, 365.
With Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling.
All right, looks like Lawton, we were just looking out there. We've kind of been taken to that camera throughout the newscast, and it's been a little wobbly from the wind, and it seems to be the same.
No, it is silly. I just think it's harder to tell at night.
Sometimes. I saw give it a little wobbly. I was like, it looks like the same windy conditions are out there.
It's also never going to do the thing that you want it to do.
When you bring it to area.
It's like when there's lightning doesn't show up. Like when Wally the Wasp shows up, he disappears, or there's a bird. Live television, folks. Taking a look outside right now on our slightly shaky Lawton Tower cam. Current temperature is 76 degrees. We have a south wind averaging 17 miles per hour. Good amount of moisture in the atmosphere. It feels more like it still feels like 76, but the 63 dew point is fairly humid out there. Today's high was 89 degrees, so we went down as 9 degrees above our average of 80, and our low this morning, 59 degrees, 4 degrees above our average of 55. Looking at the lows here for tomorrow morning, high 60s to low 70s across most of the southern half of Texoma. As you work your way to the north, it's still pretty mild. You get a couple in the mid-60s, Lawton and Outs there at 65. Now, as we look ahead to tomorrow, though, it stays windy here overnight tonight out of the southwest. Some of those wind gusts up around 35 to maybe even 40 miles per hour in spots, because remember, the forecast models underestimate our wind speeds here in Texoma. And as we go into tomorrow, that cold front comes through, but it's not a big, quick wind shift with really strong north winds coming through. It's a gradual shift to more northerly winds here as we get into the afternoon. Wind speeds really don't change that much, though. It's still going to be gusting up to around 25 to 30, maybe 35 in spots, and then winds will loosen up here as we go into Wednesday afternoon. High temperature-wise, this is going to be quite the range, and it's actually tough to get the exact high for tomorrow right when that cold front's moving through the area. But you do see mid-70s to low 70s in the northern portions of Texoma. I have Wichita Falls at 86. Some of these low 80s here south of Wichita Falls, I think will end up being closer to that 86 degree number. And I think some of these numbers down to the south will end up being higher than that. It's just a computer algorithm. It's not working with me. I tried to get it to go higher, but it just didn't want to work with me there. But anyways, 86 degrees for the high on Tuesday, 70s for Wednesday and Thursday. Then we do warm back up into the 90s here as we go into the weekend. 84 on Monday. 90s do return, though, for the middle of next week. Satellite radar across the area shows increasing cloud cover as we go into tonight. That's really going to persist here for the next couple of days. We're not looking for much of a rain chance in Texoma, but partly to mostly cloudy skies continue into tomorrow, continue into the day again on Wednesday, and then skies will gradually start to clear out as we go into Thursday afternoon. Still some cloud cover in the southern portions of Texoma, but we gradually clear out north to south as we go into that evening. So for tonight, 40 degrees, cloudy and breezy with a southwest wind gusting up over 25. Tomorrow, high of 86 degrees. That afternoon front comes through and north winds will gust up over 25. Here's the 7-day forecast. Cloud cover continues for the next couple of days. 70s for Wednesday and Thursday. And then we're back up into the 90s here as we go into the weekend.
When emergencies happen, you want help now. You want ER now. You never know when you'll be faced with an emergency. 24/7, 365, we are here for you. ER Now. Faces you know, doctors you trust.
You, as the consumer, don't know where to find your mortgage scores. And so what we see all of the time is we have borrowers that come to us that say their credit score is one thing, but it's actually not. And so the place where you can personally pull your mortgage scores, you can also pull your auto scores and a number of other things on there, is myfico.com. And so normally what I tell people before they start the process or they're 6 months or a year out is to make an account on myfico.com.
Winning cases is only part of the story. What our clients talk about isn't just the result, it's how they would